Om Tava Kathamritam Tapta Jivanam Kaviviruritam Kalmasapaham Shravana Mangalam Sri Madatatam Bhuvi Grinanti Bhurida Janaha Tava Katha Amritam. Your words are like nectar, nectar like words. And your not only katha means life story also. Your divine sports, play, your excellences you have done in your life. Your life and your teachings, your words, these are like nectar to tapta jivanam. Those who are suffering, burning in this miserable world, trying to have something that they are desirous of, but not getting that. Frustration, depression, suffering, physical, mental. Who can in this world tell that I am not suffering? Most of the people in all countries are suffering this way or that way. In our scriptures, we always say, Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. O God, save us, protect us from three kinds of sufferings. Our Rishi Munis, they have divided all our sufferings, miseries, in three main categories. What are those? Adhidoivik. Adhishtan, it comes from the devotas. Suddenly there is an earthquake, there's storm, cyclone, this wildfire somewhere. How it took place, something, science is so sophisticated nowadays, advanced, still cannot stop all these things. Tsunami, suddenly it came. Hundreds and thousands of lives are gone. So this is happening, these natural forces which we do not have control over. So, O God, please save us, protect us, be propitious, be gracious, be kind to us so that we don't suffer from all these things. Adhidoivik, all the gods and goddesses, they are the presiding deity of all those things. Varun Devata, flood. Pavan Devata, air, Agni Devata, fire. So, such natural forces are there which are beyond our control, so we seek the mercy of the divinities who are controlling, guiding forces there. So this is Adhidoivik, our suffering. Adhi Bhautik, we suffer. Many things happen in our lives from the people, from the bhuta means prani, animal kingdom. There's maybe human beings, robbers, criminals, they do something wrong. And there are snakes, tigers, lions, so many fearful, terrible are there. All these animals are there. We have to be safe from them. We need to be protected. So this is Adhibhautik. Adhishtan, its source is in the bhutas, created beings, animals, human beings, whatever it may be. So that is also possibilities there. It happens. Every day one tiger is not jumping on me. Every day I am not being attacked by some criminals and robbers. But it happens in the society. We experience it. So, oh God, please save us, protect us from those. Second, Shanti. Again, Shanti, 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 always. When we first joined the Ramakrishna mission, and every time we start our beginning in the Upanishad, Vedas, everywhere, beginning chanting Shanti, ending chanting Shanti, Shanti, always Shanti. Shanti for Shanti, Shanti Reva Shanti. See, Always be peace, 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 everywhere. Let all be happy. Sarve sukhino santu. Nobody should suffer from anywhere, from anything. So, this last Shanti is Adhi Daivik, Adi Bhautik, Adhyatmik. Adhyatmik means what is the source of this suffering? First suffering, gods and goddesses are doing something, natural forces, suddenly something happening beyond our control. Second is we find it is happening in the society, in our lives here and there. This attacks from the animals and attacks from the crooked people. They even can kill you. Not only they can torture, they can even kill. And it is happening. So second. And third is Adhi Atmik, Adhyatmik. Adhibhauti, Adhidoivik, Adhibhautik, Adhyatmik. It is in me, in my body mind. I may have some fever, I may have migraine, both are pronounced. So some kind of stomach pain, headache, it happens, we suffer, and we feel miserable. But how many days I suffer from my physical ailments? Mainly we suffer from our mental ailments. Something is wrong. Somebody has entered. I do not like the man. He has not said anything, but immediately I am burning inside. My neighbor has got a promotion or has got a new house or something. I am burning. Why I have not got it? He or she has not done anything wrong to me, but I am burning. This is always in our mind. Something we are thinking and burning ourselves, feeling myself miserable. So, out of our 100 suffering, 99.9999% sufferings are from my own created. Where is the Udhishtan? Where is the source? I am suffering, I am miserable. God has not sent a storm, a cyclone, a tsunami. No tiger, lion, snake has attacked me. No criminal has attacked me, jumped on me. Nothing has happened in nature. No natural calamity, nothing in the vicinity here. Still I am unhappy, suffering, morose, sullen face. What is there? No, there is no joy inside. Why my next door neighbor's son has ranked first and my son second? There is also not getting joy. It's everyone should celebrate. Oh, my neighbor's son, very thank you, good boy. But all the best wishes, congratulations. But no, my son is also there, his classmate. Why he will not be the first boy in the class? Why he or she, not my son, my daughter? So, something we create ourselves and suffer. So this Shanti, 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 always we are burning in this world. So, Tava Kathamritam Tapta Jivanam, those who are suffering in this world, we are suffering. So your words are nectar-like, bring a soothing effect in the minds of those who are suffering. Tapta Jivanam Kavivi Ritam. I am not telling Kavivi, Rishi, Munis, wise people, men and women of knowledge, gods and goddesses, they say that if you take God's name, if you remain absorbed in listening to or speaking, narrating, or thinking of God, your mind will be elevated to a higher level. You will go beyond all sufferings. Actually, we find also when you meditate, if meditation is deep, we forget our suffering. When we come down again, oh, I have to do this, I have to do that man, this man, I have to phone this, that. For some time, whenever we are busy, we are absorbed in listening something about God, taking God's name, or speaking something about God, whatever it is. Speaker, the teacher and the taught, the speaker and the audience, all feel a kind of enrichment, joy inside. So tabo kathamritam tapta jivanam kavivi, those who are wise people, men and women of knowledge, they tell, not once, again and again, they reiterate. Kavivi ritam. Kalmo shapaham. Your words and your life story, this divine sports that you have done, this mantra has been taken from the Gopi Gita. 10th Skanda, 39 chapter and 9 mantra. This it is there in the Rasa Lila, from the Srimad Bhagavatam. From Bhagavatam it is taken. And him who was the recorder of the gospel was well conversant in all these scriptures. And we will see that whenever he met Sri Ramakrishna, he suddenly was thinking of this Bhagavata, as if Shukdev is giving the description of chanting the Bhagavata in presence of Maharaja Parikshit and other rishis, munis. So he was giving this story. It immediately came to his mind when he first met Sri Ramakrishna and this beginning of this gospel. So tava kathamritam tapta jivanam kaviviritam kalmashapaham. If somebody listens to it or speaks about you, glorify you, chants your name, your divine sports, excellences, what you did in your life story, then kalmasha apaham. Amongst us who can say, no, I have not done anything sinful, nothing. Everything I have done right. All right, in this life you have not done. Do you know what you did in previous lives? Our prarabdha karma is there. We have got this body due to our prarabdha karmas. And what we will be, I am quoting Vivekananda, what we are is what we did in our previous lives. And what we will be in future, that will depend on what we do now. So who amongst us can say that I am like Shukdeva? I was born completely stainless, completely pure, nothing wrong, never ever even in my thought and dream I have done anything that can be sinful. So, kalmasha apaham, your words, your stories, your life stories, it has this purifying power. Kalmasha apaham, kalmasha means sin. Apaham means removes, it destroys. Whatever sin we have done in our previous lives, in this life, knowingly, unknowingly, consciously, unconsciously. Somebody is asking, say I am practicing truthfulness. What is time? Oh, it is 8 o'clock. Actually, it is 1 minute to 8 o'clock. Those who are truthful, they will read it properly. Then they will say, it is just almost 8. It is nearing 8. It is just a few seconds to 8. Suddenly they will not say, because they are so particular about their every tidbit of life. They do in that way. So, who can say that I have not done anything wrong in this life? So, if we listen to these words of your life, your teachings, then what will happen? Kalmasha of all our sins and the result of the sinful acts will vanish, will be destroyed, will be removed. So, kalmashapaham shravana mangalam. If I am not a devotee, I was passing through this road and found, oh, this is a church, this is a temple, let me go. Oh, what this aim, the recorder of the gospel, who was actually trying to commit suicide, suffering so much. When a person, a man or a woman, a boy or girl, he or she commits suicide, just imagine how much they suffer. Everyone we like to live more and more. Everyone will criticize, oh, society is very bad, this government is bad, that country is bad, this climate is, oh, it is very bad. Then you die? No one is ready to take away his or her life. We love, we cling to our life. Even if 100 years old people, you say, oh, yes, no, our health is not okay, I'm 90. No, what 99? We say, by Master's grace, we will celebrate your centenary. What a beautiful smile in this old face, be it a man or a lady, whatever it may be. 99 years, still if you say, we will celebrate your 100 years, then we feel joy. So this aim, recorder of the Gospel, Mahendranath Gupta, before coming to Sri Ramakrishna, meeting him, he was actually so suffering, so miserable condition he was passing through, that he came to his sister's home and kept his wife and children there and trying to get alone, be alone, so that he can commit suicide. That was the condition of that man. And he has given us this wonderful Katha Amrita, Gospel of Sri Ramakrishna. Katha Amrita, nectar-like words, Gospel. So, if somebody just listens to it, then also Shravana Mangalam, he or she gets elevated. He came, his friend said, his friend was not leaving him alone. His friend knows that he was suffering, family problem is there. Such a nice man. He was living, he was headmaster in 2 schools simultaneously, principal in 2 institutions founded by no less than Ishwar Chandra Vidyasagar, the famous educationist, great Pandit, and a very gentleman. Sri Ramakrishna himself said, you are Dayar Sagar, I have come to see you. Daya means compassion, kindness. Sagar means ocean. You are ocean of compassion. So I have come to see you. Whatever you earn, I have heard that you spend all the money for the education of the women, or boys and girls, and always you are busy in social service. You don't spend for yourself. You don't have any ego. Anybody in some problem, you go and you extend your helping hand. And that is your life. So I have come to see you. I have not come to see you because you are a Pandit only. That is one thing. This secular education you have got. He was the principal of the Sanskrit College Presidency in Calcutta University. So one of the very prestigious posts in those days. And he was awarded that title, Vidya Sagar. He himself did not take it. The Pandit Samaj, the society of the Pandits, this committee, they formed such a nice man. What an erudite scholar. So it will be befitting if we can confer a title to him. What is the title? Vidya, learning, Sagar, ocean of learning. So that was his title he was given. So Master came to see him, and that man set up 2 high schools. And this recorder of the Gospel, Mr. Mahendranath Gupta, simultaneously was acting the principal of working as the principal of both the schools. Vidyasagar did not get a better person than M. Mahendranath Gupta to run a school. In 2 schools, 2 separate principal will be there. So Vidyasagar had so much of faith on this man who was successful in worldly life, earning money, headmaster, principal in 2 schools simultaneously. In those days, car was not there in Calcutta, Calcutta being the city capital of the whole of the British Empire in those days there. Indian subcontinent, this from Singapore's headquarters was Calcutta. Thailand, part of Burma, Burma full, part of China, Nepal, Bhutan, Afghanistan, part of Iran, Middle East, up to Middle East, Lanka, Sri Lanka, Maldives, all these things, whatever is there in the Indian subcontinent, it was under the British Empire, and Calcutta was the capital. And in Calcutta, Mr. Vidyasagar did not get a better person to manage his school as headmaster, principal. So this man was so successful in the worldly point of view, social point of view, name, fame. He was, in addition to this permanent 2 schools principalship, he was visiting professor in 2 colleges. Or Virajanandaji Maharaj was his student in college. Raja Maharaj, Swami Brahmanandaji, Baburam Maharaj, Swami Premanandaji, Swami Trigunathanandaji Maharaj, they were all his students, school students. But Virajanandaji Maharaj was his college student. He was visiting lecturers in 2 colleges also. He used to move from this place to that place, this school to that school, this college to that college, by palanquins. Palanquins is a kind of a device. 4 people or 6 people or 8 people will be carrying that. It is a cab-like thing, but no wheel, no machine. They will carry. So palanquin. He used to move in Calcutta city in those days. Such a nice person and a man of character, but could not manage his family affairs, both his wife and his father. He was living in a separate rented house just 500 meters away from his house. Could not live with his father and mother. And in those days, nobody will appreciate if somebody, educated man particularly, and that also a principal in 2 colleges, 2 schools. He is living, deserting his own father and mother. What type of teacher he will be? What he will teach his students? He himself is not a man of character. People will think society was like that. That at the old age of your parent, the children, particularly the sons, will take care of them. But he left his father, mother. So was the agony and suffering of this man. Outwardly, in the physical level, very successful, but not happy in family life. Could not manage his own wife and father. Everywhere we find there is another story here. We find that there is a fight between, it happens mostly, quarrel between the mother-in-law and the daughter-in-law. But in this case, it is the father-in-law and the daughter-in-law. That is also a kind of peculiarity in this life of this M. Father would not bear the presence of the daughter-in-law. He did not like. Daughter-in-law also will not surrender to the father-in-law. Yes, whatever wrong I have done you, I apologize for that. So this gentleman could not manage which side he will take. He was living a very miserable life and trying to commit suicide, but where to put the children and the wife, being a gentleman and a man of understanding that I am a husband, I am a father, I should not throw them on the street. So better he went and kept them in the house of near Dakshineshwar and was walking here and there, because these people, his friend Mr. Sidhu, knew that this man was suffering in the family life. So let us go to see that park, that place, beautiful place by the side of the bank of the Ganges. So Aim was not telling, you leave me, I will commit suicide. A person who will really commit suicide cannot say, hey, leave me alone, I will commit suicide. Then nobody will leave him alone. People will be with him. So he was telling, all right, wherever you like to go. After here and there, they came to Sri Ramakrishna's place. And just, he was a Ravahuto, not invited, unwanted, not unwanted, but not invited. And he was not a devotee. His mind was not, I am a devotee of Sri Ramakrishna, of such a nice man, Paramahansa, Avataro, Yogi. It is not. He was trying to get rid of, to be separated from his friend, and will commit suicide. Because I have kept my wife and children to a safe place, sister's house, they will look after, and now I can take away my life. Because what is the joy in this life? My father is not happy with me, my mother is not happy, my wife is not happy, and living in this condition, and I am a principal of 2 educational institutions. What my students also will think of me better. All right, I get it. I am not a fit person to live in this society, in this setup. So he thought in that way. And Shravana Mangalam, Tava Kathamritam Tatta Jivanam Kaviritam Kalmashapaham, Shravana Mangalam, your words and your stories of life, If somebody just hears, he was not an invited one, he was not a devotee, somebody forced him, hey, let us go to Dakshineshwar Kali temple, one man is there. He cannot say, you get out, leave me alone, I will commit suicide, I will jump into the Ganges, or I will jump in front of a running train. He said, all right, let this man finish his job, then when I will be alone, then I will commit suicide. So, how a touch of holy men changes the life. This Sri Ramakrishna's touch changed this just dying man. And Swami Vivekananda changed the life of Mr. D. Rockefeller, of this, the richest man in America in those days, in 1894, and he was at that time the richest man in the whole world. He had a futile attempt trying to commit suicide, but was not successful. Then his friends took him to Swami Vivekananda. Swami Vivekananda just said, oh God, whole life you did not do any good things, nothing you gave in charity, always you accumulated and accumulated. Now you are trying to commit suicide, that is not the way, you cannot get joy in that way. This man did not greet me, has never seen me, my face. I am the richest man. When I entered the president's place, President greets me standing on his heel. He comes forward. This man never shook hand with me, nor said anything, come, welcome, good morning, nothing. Oh, again he left and came back after 7 days. Swamiji that time also did not raise his head. He was in a library reading books. Mr. D. Rockefeller came and asked, Swami, now you should thank me and greet me. This is the biggest, greatest amount ever given in charity. You see, he threw out of his ego, throwing, I have given such a big amount in charity. Swami, now you should thank me. Then Swamiji said, why should I? It is you who should thank me, because I have inspired you. Again fused, so much of ego. I am the richest man in the whole world. It is not easy to digest. We are thinking, oh, we are very great people. If we become the richest man, the highest, greatest scholar of the world, what will happen to us? Nobody knows. It is not that easy thing to digest name, fame, appreciation, power, post. So it happens. However, but by the touch of the touchstone, ordinary metal also turns into gold. So this Rockefeller, gradually, then Swamiji said, that is not the way, Mr. Rockefeller. You should, the giver, the donor, the giver should kneel down before the receiver and pray in that way. Oh God, I feel blessed that you have chosen me to serve you in this form of poor or suffering, however miserable, whatever it may be. That should be the attitude. This conceit, false ego that I am donating, you are beggar and I am the donor, that is actually not a donation. It is not the way of giving donation. In the Bhagavata, it is there, arhet danu manobhyam. You must always give with honor, gift. Don't throw, just show that you are superior and you are higher and you are helping somebody. Yeah? It is not that. That is not the part of dharma. You can do it. It is social service in that way. That is also not a service. It is a kind of just belittling other people. It is not good. So, he came here, just heard a few words Sri Ramakrishna said, was talking to other devotees, and this man was thinking, just outside, I am not invited. He was educated in a Western way and cannot enter somebody's room without any invitation, uninvited, unasked for. How can he? So at the outside the room, he was standing and listening to a few words of Sri Ramakrishna, and his mind was changed. So in the mantra it is written, if somebody just listen to you, be he a devotee or non-devotee, doesn't matter. Shravana Mangalam. Auspiciousness will befall on that person who is the listener. whether he is invited, whether he is voluntarily coming or somebody is pushing him. Sri Ramakrishna said, if the ocean is there, if you jump yourself, that also you will have your body having a bath. And if somebody pushes you, then also it is a bath. It is not that always we have to be voluntarily doing some good activities and something. It happens in many people's lives. So Sri Ramakrishna is telling somehow or other you have to hold on to God. Be it with the help of your friend, or with the help of husband, guru, wife, friend, a father, mother, voluntarily, non-voluntarily, that doesn't matter much. Whether you are stick to the truthfulness, the ideal, that is the question. So, Shravana Mangala, if somebody just listens to your this wonderful life stories, your divine sports and your words, your messages, that person will be elevated to a higher level. Good auspiciousness will befall on him or her. Shravana Mangalam. Srimad Atatam. This Gospel of Sri Ramakrishna, or it is taken from Bhagavatam, the life story of Bhagavan Sri Krishna, Srimad Bhagavatam, 18,000 mantras are there. Srimad Atatam, it is full of knowledge and devotion, both Bhagavata and this Gospel of Sri Ramakrishna. It is full of treasures, gems. Sri means wealth, Lakshmi. Srimad means it possesses Sri, wealth. What are the wealth? Gems and jewels of all religious books, scriptures. In this gospel we find the references of Vedas, Upanishads, Gita, Chandi, Bhagavata, other Puranas, Bible, Tripitaka, Buddhistic knowledge, Islamic knowledge, and Christian scriptural references and stories from the life of Jesus Christ, and also Kabir, then Guru Nanak, the founder of the Sikhism. Many are there. Wherever in the world major religious faiths are there being preached, and people are practicing those things. In this book, all those things are there. There is a harmonious blend of all the gems and jewels of all the scriptures. So, Srimad, your words are full of devotion and knowledge. Atatam, it is spread. It is not one page, one story. In the Bhagavata, 18,000 mantras, slokas, are so many characters. In the Gospel also we find hundreds of characters coming, going, descriptions are there. And it is a hagiography. It is not only a biography. There is the verse also, and biographical description also is there. It starts from 1882. From there, this AM, recorder of the Gospel, regularly visiting, particularly on the Sundays and other holidays, whenever he got a little time to visit Sri Ramakrishna, because he became a dying man who was trying to commit suicide, suddenly changed, turned into a devotee. At the beginning, there is mention is there. He was trying to argue with Sri Ramakrishna, and afterwards he found, so this what this man says, it has its merit. I cannot outright reject all these words. This old man, so-called unlettered, illiterate, but what words he is telling? No, let me pay attention to him instead of talking to him, arguing with him, and getting every time he was trying to argue with Sri Ramakrishna, every time he was just slapped nicely. He always scolds his students in the classes, although he was a very sweet man. But it is natural. Teachers has the right to say something. Hey, do that, do not, don't do, do's and don'ts, this, that. But here Sri Ramakrishna is telling, oh, you are a man of knowledge. You are telling your wife is an ignorant and you are a man of knowledge. You are belittling your wife publicly to me, and other people are also there. What is this? What do you think of? You are a man of knowledge. Oh, do you have some university, Calcutta University degrees, and you are thinking your wife does not have and she is ignorant, and you are a man of knowledge. Do you know what knowledge is? This man was thinking, what this? In those days in India, women were not given the scope for education. They will not be sent to the school colleges. They will be always inside because of many things. This Muslim invasion so made this Hindus to be earlier, thousands of years back, ancient India, our women, our mothers, our ladies, they used to become Gargis, Maitris, all this with the rishis, male rishis, they used to fight, talk, argument. In the description is there in the Janak Rajas, this Gargi is talking, arguing with that Jaggabalka. So these things were there, but this black time, this dark period of Islamic invasion and then other foreign European countries invading, this desire and scope for women education, it becomes narrowed and narrowed. So he was thinking, what about your wife? Wife is not bad, but ignorant. Ignorant? And you are a man of knowledge. So you are taking credit because you have gone to school colleges and have got something a plus b whole square. This is this 2 + 2 4, and you can say something about physical science, physical knowledge. That also a tiny man. What God? We see the scientists say there is no end of galaxies and all these things. So head reels, big. This thing, million years back, billion years back. And there are stars whose light has not yet come to this small tiny planet, and we boast we know everything. What is God? Who is the creator? Who has created all these galaxies and all these stellar systems, solar system, everything going on? Only one planet you cannot take care of, you cannot manage. If there is tsunami, oh man, tiny person, and boasting, we are equal to God. We have done cloning, so as if everything. Oh God. But yes, no, a little achievement is there. That is in the physical level. In India, this was in the spiritual level. And the moment you get something spiritual level, achieve, you become humble. This man also, I am coming to that point, became humble. Because in the Gita, Bhagavan says, Shraddhavan lavati jnanam tatpara samjati indriya. If your mind is devoid of Shraddha, I have come to my Acharya, what he knows, I know. Even though he is saying something good, my mind will not receive it. I am present, but I will not learn anything. I will remain the same brute. If I do not have my Shraddha to the person whom I have visited, whom I have come to learn something from. So, in the Gita, Bhagavan is telling Arjuna, everyone cannot learn, everyone cannot become yogi. So, Shraddhavan lavati jnanam tatpara. You have to be very, agility will be there. Very smart, very ready. Lazy people will not do. They get equal chances, opportunities, but lazy people cannot achieve too much in this. Although they are maybe some of them very fertile, their brain, very intellectually very advanced. God has created, given, but laziness does not allow them to achieve what they could achieve in this life. Tatpara samjatindriya. You have to control your indriya senses. Then only you will achieve something higher, highest, subtlest of the subtler of the subtlest. Otherwise, you cannot. You will achieve something, a common something. Others also achieving you. But if you want to achieve something more, then you have to Shraddhavan, you have to Tatvar, ready to receive. Agility will be there, no laziness, ever ready to learn. And then Samjati Indriya, your senses will be controlled. So then only you will learn. So this book is full of different knowledges, branches of all the scripture, gist of, essence of all the scriptures, not only Vedas and Upanishads. Other references also are there, Bible, Tripitaka, our Guru Nanak's book. All these things are there, and they called Guru Granth Sahib. So Islamic also is there. So, Srimad Atatam, and it is spread. The sky is spread everywhere. It is not that you have to take a special venture for that. Oh, very difficult. It is not that. Sky is there anywhere and everywhere. Sunlight, it is coming anywhere and everywhere. It is easily can be received if only we desire of. So God's name, it is available everywhere. It is not that very difficult how to go to God. It is the easiest thing because God is sitting here in my innermost self, heart of my hearts. So Srimad, it is full of these spiritual gems and jewels. And also it is not one and two. This Bhagavata is 18,000 slokas. Every sloka will convey some kind of knowledge and devotion. Something elevate yourselves. Something you will feel enriched. In Gospel, every page you will feel enriched. Every page after page. You cannot say that this page is worst. Nothing. Throw it out. Every page. Master says, if you prepare a roti, a bread, out of misri means sugar candy. Sugar candy is sugar candy. You touch it, you taste it from this side or from that side. This side or that side. Upper, lower, this side, that side. Anywhere you touch with your tongue, you get the taste of sweetness because it is made of sugar candy. Wherever you touch, the whole book is full of love, devotion, jnana, bhakti, karma, yoga, everything elevating. All the words you cannot say this word is should be rejected. This is superficial. This is not necessary. Everything so nicely. So, Shravan Srimad Atatam, it is spread, it a big volume it is given. Srimad Atatam. Bhuvi grinanti ye bhuridajana or te bhuridajana. Both are correct. Bhuvi, in this world, grinanti, who chant, who glorify your name and your divine sports, Ved, Vedanta, Upanishad, Gospel, Bhagavad, Chandi, Gita, who does it, who gets joy, who are suffering, who have become devoted. How they become devoted? Bhuvi grinanti, they chant, they sing your this life stories, your divine sports, your words. And why they do? Because ye bhurida jana, because they have done in their previous lives the donation of big things. They have done good austerities, spiritual practices, and dana. Bhurida, Bhuri means in a big amount, big volume. Da means danam, gifted. They have gifted big amount of wealth or other things for the good of others. And as a result of that, for their full meritorious activities, in this life they are getting joy, chanting or listening or thinking. So those people who have done wonderful activities in the previous lives and got very nice samskaras, inner tendencies purified in this life, born with all those inner tendencies, purified tendencies, sublime tendencies, they get joy in chanting or listening to your name and your sports, your teachings and all these things. So this is the just a little bit meaning of this mantra. Perhaps many of you know. So because it is stopgap. Revered Swami Sarvadevanandaji Maharaj is out of the center and he has asked me to have a few classes during his absence. So I thought what to begin, and I will take my liberty next class also. I will speak. We will read out something which will be very beneficial for all of us. Although all the pages are very informative and very elevating and spiritually uplifting, there is no question about that. But at the same time, I wanted to begin with this mantra, that this mantra is very important. If you think of the mantra, because M, recorder of the Gospel, he coined it from that Gopi Gita of the Bhagavata, Rasa Leela, where gopis were telling, "Oh Sri Krishna, why you are playing this unfair with us? It is not, you are really playing foul with us. We are all here to see you and you are hiding yourself. You are not keeping your word. It is not good. Your words are so nice. We are burning not to see you. So please come. We cannot wait anymore. Your absence is, we are burning." So Chaitanya Dev story is there, master story is there. Ma, hey God, oh God, oh God. Whenever they are not in direct communion of that samadhi, they feel burning in their body. And it was so burning, master's life, it was fact. There were people, they were describing that if you put the Ganga mati, the soil of the Ganga, this very soft, they was just putting it there, like applying it as cream, we do something, ointment, they were putting on master's body. After some time, there are smokes coming out. It is all this master's body is so much heated, viraha jantrana, burning for the separation with the God, from the God, separation from the God, not feeling the union with the God. So unhappiness, that kind of, how much one burns if one loves God. Oh God, I cannot live without you. I cannot live without seeing you. That is the condition. That was the condition of the gopis, and in this modern age we found in the life of Sri Ramakrishna, and before 500 years back, it happened in the life of Sri Chaitanya Dev, another avatar of God. So that was the mantra we have just read. Now we enter a little bit of that. It was a Sunday, and M, as I told, was trying to commit suicide. Now, with the friend, he came to master's door. What master said? Master was talking to other devotees, those who are real devotees. They came to be with Sri Ramakrishna for some time, as our devotees come. You have so many places are there. You did not go that place, that movie center, here, there. You could have spent your time in a different way. But you love Sri Ramakrishna, you love the ashram, you love Master Mother's teaching, you love the sadhus, so you come here. Whatever we say, always, yesterday my younger brother was giving a brilliant discourse. So always it is not that we all sadhus always give brilliant discourse, but yes, you devotees, you come. No, whatever Swami say, it is good. Whatever we sing, we are not the best singers of the country, we are not singing. In India we call, neither he is Bhimsen Yoshi nor a Lata Mangeshkar. So we just we make jokes in that way. But we take God's name. But people come because you love. So those people, devotees of Sri Ramakrishna, are sitting inside the room of Sri Ramakrishna. It is a very small room. It will be maximum that chairs, that corner. That room, Sri Ramakrishna was sitting, and it was full. So they had to stand outside the room. And standing outside, he heard a few words, and I read. And I complete. Sri Ramakrishna said, and M stood outside. The room was full of people, all seated on the floor, drinking in his words in deep silence. Sri Ramakrishna was seated on the course, and not a single word would be allowed to be missed. So all are very askance, fixing their mind in what Sri Ramakrishna says. Let us see, we have come. So, these devotees were inside, the room was full. This friend of M, the recorder of the Gospel, Mahendranath Gupta, and himself, both of them were standing outside, and he was thinking. M stood there speechless and looked on. It was as if he were standing where all the holy places met, and as if Shukadeva himself were speaking the word of God, or as if Sri Chaitanya were singing the name and glories of the Lord in Puri with Ramananda Swarup and the other devotees. So he was well conversant with the scriptures, Bhagavata. This is from the Bhagavata. Chaitanya Dev Chaitanya Lilamrita is there. So he knew the stories of Shukdeva and Maharaja Parikshit, Chaitanya Deva, Sarup, Damodar. They were devotees, how they lived their life. So coming there, his mind started changing. He forgot that I am here only to find out a scope, opportunity to commit suicide. Now, he was thinking of the scripture, Bhagavata, and Chaitanya Dev's life, Chaitanya Charitamrita, Leela, what Chaitanya Dev did, that divine force, what Sri Krishna did in the Bhagavata. So he was thinking of that, and Sri Ramakrishna is telling inside, he was listening, and Sri Ramakrishna said, when hearing the name of Hari or Rama once, not twice, once, you shed tears and your hair stands on end, then you may know for certain that you do not have to perform such devotions as the Sandha anymore. Then only will you have a right to renounce rituals, or rather, rituals will drop away of themselves. Then it will be enough if you repeat only the name of Rama or Hari, or even simply Om. And continuing, Sri Ramakrishna was telling, the Sandha merges in Gayatri, wonderful. This so-called unlettered man, how he used to speak and just put the words in such a way, in a poetic way, the Sandha merges in the Gayatri, and the Gayatri merges in Om. If by listening or taking once the God's name, automatically it is not a show, you find that your tears are coming out. It is rolling down. By taking God's name even once, or listening once God's name, you are feeling that emotional that you cannot check your tears. It comes automatically. Then you know that ordinary ritualistic worship you don't need to do. This I have taken initiation, morning I will sit 1 hour, evening I will sit 1 hour. These things will automatically, you don't need to do? Oh, not need to do. Automatically it will drop off. Because who will do that? We eat because I feel I am hungry, I have to take my body, take care of my body. If I do not have any body consciousness, who will eat? If I do not like to have any enjoyment outside there, who will go to the street? I am happy within myself, Atmarati. So, Master is telling, when that love will be generated for God, that once you listen to the name of God and tears comes out, rolls down your cheek, then you know that you are advancing towards God. You have grown, generated love for God. So, you are on the right track, and don't wait for any ritualistic this, that, time-bound thing, I have to do this. No. You are beyond all these things because your mind is in God. You have grown generated love for God. That is what is needed. So, Master continuing, this Sandha Gayatri we do, I will do japa meditation, something, Gayatri mantra. Those who in the Brahmin families, those who take sacred thread, they do after this sacred thread ceremony. It is called sacred thread ceremonies. Another name is there, Upanayan. After Upanayana, they have to do that japam every day. Now you have got that mantra, name of God. Now you can Om Bhurvuvassa Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimai Dhiyo Yo Prachodayatvam. That mantra you have to every day do in the morning after taking bath and in the evening. 3 times you have to do, at least 2 times you have to do, and certain amount Guru will tell that you must do it to purify, keep your mind in a higher level, uplifted level, sublime level. Otherwise, again, it will be soiled by this mundane activities, and mind will be forgetful of God. So, Master is telling you don't need to do that. If your mind is already in God and tears come out automatically by taking God's name, then no, you don't need. And it will fall off automatically. Then rather, rituals will drop away of themselves. Then it will be enough if you repeat only the name of the Rama or Hari only. Whole things you are not to do other ritualistic obligations. You don't need to do that. Just think of God. That will do. And repeating also will stop. Then meditating. And meditating, deep meditating is samadhi. So stage by step, it will go ahead. And what happens? Sandha Arati merges into Gayatri. So many rituals, only Gayatri mantra you do japam, as I just chanted Gayatri. Om Bhur-Bhuvassa Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devassa Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Na Prachodayat Om. If you just chant this, that is enough. And after that, this full mantra also is not required. And the Gayatri merges in Om. It has been reduced to only Om. And when my mind is not there, I am completely absorbed in that consciousness, then who will do this Om? That also will not be there. It will automatically be off. So Master did not mention it there. This is next step. So after that, only Om, that also will do. Because the point is to love God, not other things. So we will continue. After coming here, as I told, this wonderful man, such an educated and very man of character, all virtues, successful teacher, highly respected man, a university blue, always having the first, second or third rank in the university M, Recorder of the Gospel, and having stipends from the university board, and now trying to commit suicide. Now coming to Sri Ramakrishna, having not yet touched Sri Ramakrishna, not seen Sri Ramakrishna, just a few words from the outside the door, his mind is changed, and he's telling, M looked around him with wonder and said to himself, what a beautiful place. A man is trying to commit suicide because he lost all beauty, feeling of beauty in this world. Now he's saying, what a beautiful place, what a charming man. A man who tries to commit suicide does not feel anything good in his mother, father, wife, husband, his or her, anyone, children. Now he has got back the sense of this seeing beauty in the place and in the man. What a charming man. And then how beautiful his words are. How beautiful his words are. What sweet words this man is speaking. Oh God, he forgot that he was trying to commit suicide and that he was suffering in this world, that he was an unhappy man, that he did not like to live anymore in this world. After just hearing a few words and having a view, darshan, sparshan, we see, you don't touch the deity, we go, but darshan, it changes our mind. Pujari touches also. Sparshan means touches. All these things are very good in our spiritual life. So we will continue, and how wonderful this man and how beautiful his words. I have no wish to move from this spot. Now he will not go to commit suicide. And neither he is feeling that pull, attachment for his children and wife and sisters and brother-in-law and other people. And after a few minutes, he thought, let me see the place first, then I will come back here and sit down. Many people are there, so educated people. How can I ask so many questions in presence? So I am principal of 2 schools. I am such a man. People are sitting here, so I will talk to him. let these people go. This is evening. I also see the surroundings a little bit where I have come. Then I will come and have single man-to-man, one-to-one interview, and I will try to understand how big this man is. I am also a scholar, and how much good words he was talking, I will talk to him. So with this mind, he left that place at that time. Not left, he went around the temple garden. We will continue afterwards. There will be any question answer, or it is stopped? No, somebody was raising hand.
Hi. So that man who was struggling with suicide, was the cause just from his own mind?
Yes, pardon?
Was the cause of the suffering from his own mind?
Yes, that is what. No tsunami, no storm, no snake, no any other body, no crime, criminal, no dacoit, no robber, nobody jumped on him. But he was not happy because his wife and his father were not in good terms. He could not bear it. He was a very nice man, but could not bear all these things. It was beyond his, enough is enough. 6 months he was living, and our aim was being scolded by master. Oh, you are a teacher and you stay away from your father. Oh God, and you come here. He is in presence of others. Master will not take M's name. He will not belittle and just embarrass him. He will tell, there are people, comes here, talk to this person, and separately stays from his father. What is this? If you come here, you must take the ideas from this person. Means what Sri Ramakrishna says, unifying. What is due to Matrideva Bhava, Pitrideva Bhava, all these things are there in our scriptures. If you do not pay minimum, least respect, honor, love, service to your own father, what type of man you are, what type of teacher you will be, what good you will give to the world. So, aim was criticized by Sri Ramakrishna himself, but indirectly in that way. Aim was telling, Aim understood the message is for me. So many people are there. I know that man has that thing. I am not taking anybody's name. I am telling, you see, it happens. Some people does this. So he or she knows this happened with me also. So we should get corrected. We should elevate ourselves. So he was suffering from his mind. That is why he was trying to commit suicide. Surely it was adhyatmic. The source of his suffering was not in God, not in nature, not in anywhere. It was in him, in his mind. Anybody? Or we will stop here.
There's a question from online, all right?
Oh, all right.
The question is, if I have a guru who is meant to look after my spiritual progress, then with which bhav should I visit other holy men?
If I have a guru
Who is looking after my spiritual progress,
yes,
what bhav should I have? What mood should I have? What attitude should I take when I visit other holy men?
with respect, no problem. As Sri Ramakrishna's follower, we have learnt it. I am quoting Swami Vivekananda, सबसे बैठिए, सबसे सुनिए, सबसे लीजिए नाम, हाँ जी, करते रहो, बैठा अपना ठाम. You are telling something, oh, that's good. Oh, you see, I worship that God. All right, do it. I worship that God. All right, that's good. We have a temple and a house. All right. I am listening to everyone. I am not belittling anybody. I am not telling yours is wrong, you have to come to me and learn from me. I am the only preacher. My religion is the only religion. I will not tell those things. So you visit other gurus if you like, but gradually you will find that why unnecessarily I am going to so many places. In the beginning, Master said it needs a little bit fencing, a little bit safety, security measure. Otherwise, a little bit devotion that is being generated by your own guru. Again, say your guru is a devotee. He is progressing, taking care of your spiritual life with an idea of devotion from that point of view. Now next day you go to a dry man, he said, what is God? No God is there. I am God. Aham Brahmasmi. What is this gods, goddesses? It is all clay. It is all stone. This does not have any value. What is there? Where is God? I am God. And your little devotion that was being a little bit accumulated, concentrated, will be disturbed. In the Gita, Bhagavan is telling, mantra number 68, 18th chapter, there Bhagavan is telling, what Bhagavan is telling? Arjun, Sri Krishna is telling Arjun, I have given you the highest knowledge and devotion, everything, but it is not meant for everyone. Idam te na tapaskaya na bhaktaya kadachana na cha asusrusuve bachang na cha jomang abhasuyati. You will correct me, here is a Gita expert. Whole Gita is memorized. So, what I am telling, Arjun, such a wonderful man, Bhagavan is telling, no, it is meant for you. It will not go to Yudhishthira, it will not go to Nakula Sahadeva, it will never go to Duryodhana, because they will not believe all these things. Keep it within yourself, grow yourself spiritually. When time will come, it will come out. So, being a follower of Sri Ramakrishna, he or she must always show respect to others. Even if he is not a devotee of Sri Ramakrishna, that does not matter. Truth is truth always. We should not belittle other faiths, but always good things should be preached. That is love, compassion, truthfulness, purity, honesty, chastity, unselfishness. Swami is telling, unselfishness is God. These are the virtues in the Gita, in the 16th chapter, the Vivashura Sampada Vibhaga Yoga. There it is described, Abhayang Sattva Sakti Jnana Yoga Bhavastiti Dhanang Damasya Yagasya Sadhyasta Parjam. There are 26 virtues as there. Arjun, you are born with that. And these virtues make you divine. You are divinity on earth. Why you are thinking? This Daivi Sampad Vimoksha, these virtues, divine qualities, virtues will liberate you. And Nibandhaya Asuri Mata, those who are this demoniac vices, qualities, those make you somebody bound. You are not born to be bound. You are ever free. Only you do not know, a little bit is there, your mental weakness is there. You follow my instruction, everything good will be to you. So, thank you. We close. Om Niranjanam Nityam Anantarupam Bhaktanukampa Dhrita Vigraham Vai Ishavatarang Parameshamidyang Tang Ramakrishnang Shirasa Namama Hari Om Tat Sat.